Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I've got my March wrap up for you. Alright, so it's just been a pretty good reading month. I think I've got 5 books that I finished in March. So let's go ahead and just dive into what I read in March. So the first book that I finished this month was Silver in the Wood. This was such a lovely, creepy, heartwarming fairy tale. Like, this is the book cottagecore dreams are made of, basically. It's creepy and lovely and it's just somehow comforting all at the same time, you know? It's just one of those books that you won't forget, and this got a solid 5 stars. All right, so the next book that I finished in March was Trailer Park Trickster. This is book 2 in the Adam Binder series. This was really, really good. As you can see, it was well loved. I really enjoyed getting to see more of Adam's like family background and like the side of his family that we didn't get to see a whole lot in book 1, and I really liked how the magic system is developing in this because it's so interesting. Also, the fae aspect or the elf aspect of this is just really interesting, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. Also, I really like that we got to see more of Vic in this and see how his magic develops and like all the weird stuff that is going on. And like, oh, there were some moments in this that were just like, oh, they just, you know, they squeeze your heart a little bit, and wow, just, this was really good. This got a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would highly recommend checking out this book series if you're interested in urban fantasy. It's one of the best. So next up, I read Loudmouth, but I also ended up DNFing this one. I think I DNF'd it at 67%. It was just not it. I felt like the story wasn't super, I wasn't super invested in it. I didn't really find the characters' relationship believable. I didn't find them super likable. I didn't really believe them as a couple, like, being together. And I don't know, I feel like I wasted my time and my money on this book. I mean, I really loved the other 2 books in the series, but this one, it felt like it didn't fit in. And I almost wish that the author had picked one or the other of the characters to focus on and not both, because they could have been they should have been in different relationships because they did not work together for me. Also, this one was supposed to be a rom-com and I didn't get it. It wasn't the rom-com-y kind of feeling, so Okay, so the next book that I finished in March was On a Sunbeam. This was just a delightful read all around. It's absolutely beautiful, and the storytelling, especially through the pages that don't have any dialogue, is just incredible. And it's very like Studio Ghibli meets space western kind of, and like smuggling and pirates kind of thing. It's lovely, and the storytelling just got me like, literally, if somebody told me Studio Ghibli made a movie out of this, I would be frothing at the mouth to get my hands on it. And the color is just spectacular. This also got a solid 5 out of 5 stars. I would highly, highly recommend this one if you're interested in sci-fi or just looking for a really good graphic novel. This one is one to check out. Okay, so the next book that I finished was Tough Guy. This is the 3rd book in the Game Changers series. I loved it to pieces. I really loved Ryan and the anxiety rep that we get with him, especially, you know, not fitting in with his teammates literally ever. His anxiety about flying, his anxiety about, you know, being out, and, you know, him finally learning to stand up for himself and fight for himself and advocate for his mental health and getting out of a profession that is not good for him at all. I also really liked Fabian and how confident he was, and just like how proud he was of his sexuality and how he didn't hide himself. And I also really loved how open he was with his friends and Ryan for the most part. I also really liked that these two were so good together, even though they are complete opposites. They have literally no interests that overlap, and yet they make a great couple, and they're just so sweet together. This one also got a solid 5 out of 5 stars. Would highly recommend this series if you guys are interested in hockey romances or sports romance books. And then we are on to the book that I'm currently reading as of the filming of this video, which is Firebreak. So this is another sci-fi book that I'm really, really interested in. It's got kind of the same vibes as Ready Player One, but like a little more high stakes. And I'm loving it so much. Like every page just keeps getting better and better, and like I literally lost myself in the book the other night. I just kept reading and reading and reading, and then all of a sudden I looked up and it was 9 o'clock at night. And it's just so good. I think I'm about 30% in, and this is one to check out if you're interested in sci-fi or things that are kind of like Ready Player One or Warcross or Slay. Maybe not quite Slay level, but this is one to check out if you're interested in a world gone, you know, apocalyptic, but like not to the point of like actually destroying everything. And like it's got a video game involved, and like there's a lot of stuff happening both in-game and out-game, and it's so good. All right, so those are all of the books that I read in March. This month was really good for 5-star reads. I think my favorite book though has to go to Tough Guy and On a Sunbeam. Those just hit home. What did you guys read this month, and did you guys have a favorite book? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget the like button. If you haven't already but would like to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys!